Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. Rhea Ripley and Dominik Mysterio appear to be headed in different directions for the first time in the last 2 years. However, the Eradicator recently shared her reaction to a popular WWE superstar firing brutal shots at the Judgment Day member. Dirty Dominik and CM Punk have been teasing a feud over social media and interviews outside WWE for some time. Earlier today, the Best in the World trolled the 27-year-old via an Instagram update. He reshared WWE's new video titled Best of Dominik Mysterio Backstage, stating it only featured Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, and him singing Happy Birthday to the former NXT North American Champion's sister. The Second City Saints Instagram story grabbed the attention of Rhea Ripley. The Women's World Champion seemingly enjoyed Punk's remarks as she reshared it and added a rolling on the floor laughing emoji. Rhea Ripley reclaimed the Women's World Championship by defeating Liv Morgan on the historic premiere of Raw on Netflix. However, it must be noted that the win came only after 2 unsuccessful attempts. On a recent edition of Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo, former WWE head writer Vince Russo shared an interesting take on Ripley's booking. The veteran stated that the Nightmare should not have been booked to go 50-50ths with Liv Morgan, who had shown great character work in recent months, and that he wasn't a fan of the Eradicator's bookings. Last week on Monday Night Raw, former WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax teased going after Rhea's title. The Irresistible Force stated she could choose to challenge Ripley for the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania 41 after winning the Women's Royal Rumble match. The WWE Universe thrives on drama, rivalries, and intense emotions, and this week has been no exception. Ahead of an explosive episode of Raw, the wrestling world is buzzing after a former WWE champion publicly took aim at Dominik Mysterio. This verbal jab has not only lit a fire under the WWE Universe, but also caught the attention of Rhea Ripley, who wasted no time stepping in to defend her Judgment Day ally and on-screen partner. In true Mammy fashion, Ripley delivered a fiery response that left fans speculating about how this could impact the dynamics heading into Raw. Let's dive into what transpired, explore the potential implications, and examine why this development could lead to a major showdown on the red brand. Dominik Mysterio has been one of the most polarizing figures in WWE over the past year. His transformation from Rey Mysterio's wide-eyed son to the arrogant, cocky member of the Judgment Day has divided the fan base. While his antics have drawn immense heat from the crowd, they've also earned him praise for being one of the company's most effective heels. However, Dominik's reputation hasn't shielded him from criticism, especially from WWE legends and former champions. Earlier this week, a former WWE champion, none other than Drew McIntyre, took to social media to call out Dominik ahead of Raw. McIntyre, known for his no-nonsense demeanor and straight-shooting promos, didn't hold back in his criticism. In a fiery tweet, McIntyre wrote, "Dominik Mysterio couldn't lace my boots on his best day. If he thinks hiding behind Rhea Ripley will save him, he's in for a rude awakening. Time to grow up, kid, #Rhea." The tweet immediately went viral, with fans debating McIntyre's words and whether he was teasing a potential match or simply venting frustration at Dominik's underhanded tactics. If there's one thing the WWE Universe knows about Rhea Ripley, it's that she doesn't let insults directed at her Judgment Day family slide. Ripley has consistently proven to be Dominik's fiercest defender, often stepping in to shield him from physical harm and taking on anyone who disrespects him, whether they're fellow superstars or even the crowd. Within hours of McIntyre's tweet, Ripley fired back on Twitter with a message of her own. "Drew, if you've got a problem with Dom, you've got a problem with me. How about you step into the ring and say it to my face? Hashtag Mama knows best. Hashtag Judgment Day. Ripley's bold response quickly turned the conversation into a trending topic, with fans speculating whether this exchange could lead to a confrontation between Ripley and McIntyre, or perhaps set the stage for Dominik to prove himself against the Scottish Warrior. Drew McIntyre's choice to call out Dominik isn't entirely random. Over the past few months, McIntyre has been on a path of frustration and aggression, fueled by his near misses at reclaiming WWE Gold and ongoing tensions with the locker room. After losing major opportunities against Seth Rollins and other top stars, McIntyre has increasingly shown signs of bitterness. Dominik, with his brash personality and tendency to rely on Ripley for backup, is the perfect target for someone like McIntyre. To McIntyre, Dominik likely represents everything he despises: entitlement, cowardice, and a lack of respect for the grind of WWE. By firing shots at Dominik, McIntyre may be looking to send a message to the entire locker room: he's done playing nice. Rhea Ripley's response to McIntyre is yet another example of how deeply she's invested in her partnership with Dominik Mysterio. As the leader of the Judgment Day, Ripley has made it her mission to elevate her faction and ensure that they remain the most dominant force in WWE. Ripley's connection with Dominik, in particular, has been a highlight of WWE programming. Their dynamic, part mentor, part partner, has captivated fans, with Ripley often taking on a protective, almost maternal role in guiding Dominik through the treacherous world of WWE. By standing up to McIntyre, Ripley is not only defending Dominik, but also reinforcing her own authority. She's sending a clear message: if you mess with one member of the Judgment Day, you mess with all of them. This loyalty has made Ripley one of the most compelling characters in WWE today. The tension between Drew McIntyre, Rhea Ripley, and Dominik Mysterio is almost certain to boil over on Raw. While WWE has yet to announce an official segment involving the trio, fans are already speculating about what could go down. Here are a few possibilities. The most straightforward outcome would be McIntyre challenging Dominik to a one-on-one match on Raw. While Dominik rarely fights without interference from the Judgment Day, this could be an opportunity for him to prove himself against a top-tier competitor. Of course, Ripley's presence at ringside would add an extra layer of drama to the encounter. Given Ripley's history of stepping up to anyone who disrespects her or her faction, it's entirely possible that she'll confront McIntyre directly. Whether this leads to a war of words, a physical altercation, or even a mixed tag match involving other members of the Judgment Day, Ripley's involvement is almost guaranteed. If McIntyre continues to antagonize the Judgment Day, he may find himself outnumbered. This could lead to a multi-man tag team match, with McIntyre enlisting allies like Cody Rhodes or Seth Rollins to even the odds against Ripley, Dominik, Finn Balor, and Damian Priest. As expected, fans have had plenty to say about the developing feud between McIntyre, Dominik, and Ripley. Social media has been buzzing with opinions, theories, and excitement about what's to come. Here are some highlights. Drew McIntyre calling out Dom is gold. This has to lead to a Raw showdown. Rhea Ripley versus Drew McIntyre in a promo battle? Take my money. If Dominik somehow beats McIntyre, the heat he'll get will be insane. I'm here for it. Rhea defending Dom is everything. She's the MVP of Judgment Day. The overwhelming sentiment is one of anticipation, with fans eager to see how this rivalry unfolds on Raw. This feud comes at a pivotal moment for all three superstars involved. For Drew McIntyre, this is an opportunity to reignite his career and remind the WWE Universe why he's a former champion. For Dominik Mysterio, it's a chance to prove he can hang with the best without relying solely on Ripley and the Judgment Day. And for Rhea Ripley, It's yet another example of why she's one of the most versatile and dominant performers in WWE today. As Raw approaches, the stakes are higher than ever. Whether this leads to a match, a promo battle, or a full-blown brawl, one thing is certain: the WWE Universe will be watching closely. After all, when Rhea Ripley and Drew McIntyre collide, whether directly or through Dominik Mysterio, sparks are bound to fly. Stay tuned, because Raw just got a whole lot more interesting.